So to follow up on my previous video of the Godfather Banking Trojan, here are some more details that you might find interesting. The malware uses a Telegram channel as a proxy or intermediary between its communications. On the one side, you have your infected Android device. Then in the middle, you have a Telegram channel through which the communications is basically funneled. And then that information is then sent to their command and control center and server infrastructure. And that information, of course, is encrypted. In this case, they're using the Blowfish cipher as their algorithm. Another very interesting point is that once the malware has installed itself onto your Android device, it will check to see if you are a Russian speaker or from a Russian-speaking country or a country that's part of the former Soviet Union. If it determines that, it will immediately shut down and stop operating. Therefore, it can be assumed that more than likely the malware was created by some Russians or a group of Russian speakers. Now, also an interesting point and functionality of the malware is that once it completed its task, it will automatically use a kill function to self-destruct itself. Now, to take a quick look, we have some Java code right here of the malware. And this is not my analysis and my code. This is something from Cybele and their research team. I'm borrowing this here. But you can see here what's occurring is we are using a function that's part of the package manager class, the set component enabled setting, and the integer is set to 2. And that essentially means that the component enabled state is disabled. And that, in simplified terms, means that the app is going to be hidden from your device screen. That's what's going on there. And then a little bit further below, we can see that information is being collected from the device via the send new user method. And that'll include information such as your country where you're from, the model and build of your Android device, information related to your SIM card, a list of all apps that are installed, battery usage, and a lot more information as well. Okay, so this is a continuation of the analysis of the Godfather Banking Trojan malware. And as we can see here in the next piece of code, there is a SMS sender method that's being used to send out SMS messages. Once the malware has embedded itself onto your phone, it is able to send out SMS messages, and typically without you knowing or being aware of that. A little bit further down in the code, probably right around there somewhere, you can also see that it has the ability to dig into your inbox, your sent items, and even your draft messages and pull those messages out and send them out to their control and their command and control server and infrastructure. So they'll be able to harvest your archived SMS messages as well. Okay, so there's one more piece of code that I wanted to show you. We can see here that unstructured supplemental service data calls are being made, more than likely to make money transfers. And USSD functions on a GSM network. And it appears to me, therefore, that the functionality on a CDMA network such as Verizon is probably going to be a lot more limited to this malware. But that's not something that's been independently verified or tested or that I've heard of. Just my theory here based on what I can see what's going on. Either way, quite sophisticated and interesting piece of malware that we have here. Hope this was informative. As always, be secure and stay safe.